Good evening, guys. How are y'all doing? I'm doing my second video right now, and I want to talk about moving forward after I was 4 to when I was 13. My youngest brother, Eddie, he was getting christening in the church, and a woman came to my mom, and I was standing beside my mom, and my mom was holding my brother in her arms, and the lady walked up and she was talking to my mom, and she told my mom that your son will bring many people to God. And I didn't want to be selfish at that time, and I don't believe that I'm being selfish now either. I believe that even without her knowing it, she was prophesying over myself. I have actually had testimonies given to me by many people that say that I have brought a lot of them to God through things that I said to them, and I believe it to be true. So I think she was prophesying over me, and through all of that, it was a burden at first. But as I grew up, I started to understand it a lot more. But my biggest thing that I had going on was my procrastination. And it always seemed that the devil would send somebody in, whether it be a friend or a girlfriend or wife or whatever, would be there to distract me from doing what I was called to do. Anyways, flipping the time forward about 16 years ago, I was invited to Easter dinner, but I had to work that night, and that was pretty much a regular thing for me. I worked that night anyways, most of the time, so I wasn't able to go that particular night over to my parents' house. And it was both of my parents and my sister and her husband and her daughter and my younger sister. Anyways, they started picking at my mom, which they normally do, that kind of thing, and it's really rude, but it happens. And they were throwing in little, bad sayings to my mom and that, and I'm sure my mom got pretty hurt, but my dad spoke up. Now, my dad, he had been very sick. He had a polycystic kidney disorder, and he usually would have taken himself out of the room before then, so he wouldn't have heard it. But he just so happened to be in the room at that time, and he spoke out. And my sister, especially my older sister, she got really bent out of shape over it at the time, and they started talking back towards my dad, and it ended up being a bad sight. And my sister and her husband and daughter left, and my younger sister, she was kind of taking the side of my sister and her husband in that. Anyways, my mom was telling me the story, and I said, "I'm sorry, Mom. I wish that I had been there, because I know it wouldn't have happened if I was there." And my mom surprised me, because she said, "You're right. It wouldn't have happened if you had been there." And it indirectly, it became the best compliment that my mother's ever given to me in that sense. And I really felt that, and it started me even believing more in myself and my capabilities unto God. And I know God gives those gifts, and I know what mine are at this moment in time, of course, and I know who I am. So I don't try to, push any issues on anybody, but it's a good thing when you come to realize what your gifts are. But the best way that I know how to tell you to actually achieve the knowledge of what your gifts are in God is to pray and be alone with yourself for a while. You don't have to go around with people all the time. I'm generally speaking, I'm a loner. I'm born in November, go figure. Anyways, I just wanted to say that, and have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, wherever you're at. And don't forget that I love you, and you should love yourself and love other people. Until the next time, bye.